Hello, photographers. Welcome to Photo Feedback Forum. My name is Dak, and I'm going to score 5 images based on composition, lighting, technical, impact, and storytelling. Why am I doing this? What? Why am I doing this? Good question. Well, as a photographer and photo judge, I think it's important to be intentional when going out and making photos. So I incorporate aspects of photos I like into new images I make. Keeping in mind those key aspects gives me some direction, and I hope these points will resonate with you as well. And the scoring, well, that's just for fun. I'd like you to throw your scores for these images in the comments below, and we'll see if they match up. And if you'd like me to take a look at one of your images, use the link in the description to get that image sent to me. All right, now on with the scoring in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we are starting off with I'll call it an action still life. If there is such a thing, I'm going to call it that. Let's go into detail and determine whether this is a good image or not. Compositionally, I think it's right on the money. I like the placement of the glass here. Angle works out. This splash works well. I like this one coming over here. The photo reads well. I like it quite a bit. Good composition. Lighting, however, horrendous might be too strong of a word, but it's not great. It is it's lopsided. Uh, Dark up here, got the shadow here. I'm not sure what that is there. It's uneven. The old hot spot there. I think this would look good high key, so maybe in a late tent. So we wouldn't have these hot spots. Evenly lit, let the action tell the story. So lighting needs a lot of work on this. And maybe I'll do that sometime. Looks like it would be a fun image to recreate in a high key way. Technical, it is mostly sharp. Obviously, there's some motion blur there, some motion blur there. I'm actually okay with that. I mean, we do have splashing water, so we know things are quick. There's enough that's in focus, in sharp, to make it worth looking at. But again, the backdrop here being all wrinkly, that takes away from it. Hot spot still annoys me. So there's some things that can be done to clean up the image. So technical, 17. Impact, yeah, I think it's pretty neat shot. I mean, again, the water splashed around in here, and that, I think, good job on capturing that. It has some impact. Good impact right there. So good impact, and it's kind of interesting to see. So I'm going to give it an okay score of 17 for the storytelling. It's certainly more impactful than it is a story. And maybe the storytelling should be down to a 16. Well, I already got it written there. So 17 for storytelling, 18 for impact. That gets us to an 86. The lighting really killed this one. All right, here is another still life, more traditional still life, or maybe even a product shot, we consider it. Compositionally, 17. I'm okay with the pano, with the way it's laid out here, but I think the image would be better compositionally if we were more pointed this way. this is where all the action is. That's that's what we should really be focusing on. I mean, it's nice that this was captured, but I don't think it does that much for the story. We would really only need, I think, that much. So compositionally, it could use some work. Also, not a lot of room right there. So once again, moving this whole thing over, having it more pointed towards us, I think that would have been better. Lighting, lighting is good. Just like the last one, I think this would benefit from a light tent. That hot spot there is annoying. I'm okay with the banding back here. I think that's fine. Uh, it's decent lighting. I think it could be better. Technical, yeah, I do like it's nice and sharp all the way through here. This is a little bit soft, but that doesn't matter. The aspect ratio, again, is just unnecessary, but from a technical standpoint, it does well. It's nice and sharp, including little bits down there, and impactful. I this comes up, you are going to take notice. Like, what is going on in this syringe? It's like, is that a syringe? Yes, it is, and it's dripping glitter. I think it's impactful, and it's a curious story. You're not sure what the story is, so I'm just going to give it a 17, and we're going to score this out as 89. All right. We have the opposite of a still life. We have a live life. Compositionally, it's a 17. And I realize when you're taking photos of a band on stage, you don't have control over what is in front of you or the musician. Um, so the mic stand here, while it's fortunately not in the way of the face, it still gets your attention. So compositionally, it's 17. I do like the aspect ratio. I like having the top of the amp down here, since there's no detail over here. That's a little anchor point, a little balancing point to what's going on in the rest of the image. So that works well compositionally. 17. Lighting, when you're taking photos at a concert, you have to deal with the stage lighting. This time I think it worked well. We have nice light on the face. I like the background with the background lights with the smoke. I think that works really well. I'm going to give that an 18. Technical, I'm going to ping it because this looks soft. Fortunately, his face looks decently sharp, but this whole area here is soft, and so I think that could have been that could be better if it was sharper. So 17 for technical. Impact. If the musician was looking at the camera, I think that would be more impactful. It's he's an okay emotion, getting into playing, but I think it could be better. And storytelling, we're up close and personal. We are right there with the musician, so I do like that aspect of it. So I think cleaning up the technical and impact, waiting for another opportunity for the musician to engage with the camera, I think would have been make this a stronger image. This one gets an 87. Okay, we are outside on July 4th, I'm guessing. Compositionally, this works well. I like the scope that is captured. We have a nice big display. Got a crowd down here. I think that works really well. I really wish this was a little bit wider to would have captured those items or item though capture those flares over there. The lighting, the whole area is lit by this massive display, so I think that's pretty cool. And there is a little light back there. Obviously, that's not touching anything. And over here, these lights are clearly off, and everybody else here is lit up by this big display. So I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Technical. When you're photographing fireworks, you're going to use different shutter speeds to capture different lengths of explosions. Because of the amount of explosions here, we've lost detail here, 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 here. So, maybe try a shorter shutter speed. I don't think that would have affected the booms too much, but that's a lot of white with no detail. So I'm going to give it a 17 for a technical. Impact, I think it is impactful. I liked seeing the fact that the whole crowd is lit up. We're also shooting from a high perspective, and it's I like the scope overall of this. I like sometimes you see fireworks shots and it's just the fireworks. So including the massive humanity, I think helps out the impact. And same thing with the storytelling here. I think it's a strong story. It's done well. It's framed well. This gets a 90. All right. We are in clearly a different season now. Compositionally on these cellar doors, I'm going to give it a 19. I really dig this low perspective. It really makes these doors seem imposing, and it really sets the tone along with the black and white treatment here. The lighting, I like these light beams there, clearly well lit there. So lighting 19. Technical, love seeing the detail, the broken wood at the chain, this looks like snow, but this is also, looks like it could be sleet as well. Got some raindrops. So this mix here really does a good job of providing impact and storytelling. Impact, I'm going to give it an 18. We've got the flurries, and the broken wood, I think is a key aspect of this image. You're wondering why is it broken? And that goes to storytelling, which is 19. So impact and storytelling are strong. The detail captured in the wood, the detail just in the doors themselves. This chain looks cool. These old hinges, and going back to the composition with this low perspective, I think it does a good job of selling the story of a cold winter's day and a spooky set of doors. This one gets a 93. All right, we're going to end with a long quote, but we're going to just really focus on the last part of it. Technique is important only insofar as you must master it in order to communicate what you see. The camera for us is a tool, not a pretty mechanical toy. In any case, people think far too much about techniques and not enough about seeing. So says Cartier-Bresson. Yes. For me, a technically good photo that is boring is not nearly as good as a image that isn't technically good but has an interesting feel to it. I like that last image with the cellar doors. That has mood, it has emotion. It's helped out by the by the conditions that the image was shot in. If the image was brightly lit and maybe tack sharp, would it have been as good? I don't think so. So obviously get the technical stuff down so you know what you're doing. It's that old adage of, you gotta know the rules to break the rules. Well, you have to know the technique to know when to use proper technique and when to kind of go out of the box. That's the fun of photography and also post-processing for that matter. It's all part of the same package. Hope you had a good time in this episode. If you'd like me to take a look at one of your images, use the link in the description to send me that file. Meanwhile, take a look at one of these other episodes, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.